How you all doing? By the way, if my patrons will be watching, I owe you an extra reading because I was sick this week. Ooh, sorry, I need to mute myself on my laptop. Because I was sick this week and I'm slowly coming back to it. I'm not doing too much. I had to rearrange a lot of things. But since your 7 to 10 day prediction was supposed to be out on Monday and I was ill, I'm gonna do probably. I have an idea. I'm gonna do 2 topics this week for you instead of 7 to 10 day prediction because we are going towards the end of the week. And next week I'm gonna probably do an extra reading for you guys, okay? Hey, hey, hey. Hi, Donna. How are you? Today I have one person in queue so far. Martina, I'm sorry because I did the reading before that live reading and I completely forgot about it. She booked after the live reading end, so I had to schedule her for the next one, but I forgot to put it on my calendar. And I went live spontaneously and I completely missed her. So we're gonna do a reading first today. How's everyone doing? Are you all healthy, good? Because here where I am, we have this kind of spring flu going around and people are falling like leaves. I'm just charging my phone, my another phone very quickly because I want to access Martina's question. PayPal doesn't allow me to access it on the web unless I give them confirmation. And this phone that I have, an extra phone, it's a UK number. I don't use it, so it just sits there dead. So I gotta enter the code to see her question. Ooh, or maybe maybe I can find it some other way. Yeah, all good. All good. Okay. So what is new, everyone? I'm just sipping on my coffee for another minute and I will get to it. I won't be live very long because my friend came to visit me from Qatar and I gotta meet her, but I also have another reading to do and I want to get it out of the way before I leave the house. Yeah, there too. Mm. Have you guys tried ashwagandha? It's the first time that I'm drinking it. I heard some good reviews. It is root powder, if I remember correctly. My friend was talking about it to me one day. She said, calms her down, helps the PMS. Um, it's not as painful as well. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I feel like it's working. Maybe it's, the thought that I had before starting it. I created it myself. Of course, for any supplement, you gotta take it for a long time to see the results. But so far, so good. Okay, let's dive. Let's do mini readings. Martina, what's the question? So you said you're going on a little trip at the beginning of April. And it is the beginning of April, so I hope you haven't changed your question. What can I expect and be prepared for? I'm really drawn to the Triple Goddess Tarot. Let's get it. Let's get it. Really nice coffee, man. Okay. What about the trip? What do we need to know? Wheel of Fortune is here. Nice start. What do we need to know? I don't know if it's gonna hit you straight away. This feels like a prolonged type of energy where it is inspirational, this trip, but it also kind of opens your eyes. Once you come back, it feels like, again, digestion needs to happen. It feels like after you come back, everything settles, you start realizing what is kind of like getting in the way, or what's creating conflict for you, inner conflict, what you don't like. And it's one of those kind of light bulb moments, what that we sometimes have, but this is not as strong. This is kind of like, it's more in the background. One day you just sit there and you go, you know what? I want to change that. And guys, when it comes to trips, I don't think this is talked about enough in general. When we go to different places, visit locations, every environment, every place, every land has its own energy, kind of like imprint of the energy on it. So it's important to keep that in mind. Why? You may sometimes feel you walk in I don't know, in a heritage building, right? Old building. And in one building you feel really good, like, oh my God, the aura is nice here. Another one, you walk in and you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You don't know why, no reasoning for it, but you also don't know what has happened before you in that building. And you may be picking up the energies of certain events that took place. So it is important to note that. How do you feel after you come back from the trip? A lot of times we're able to invisibly pick up certain information from lands and places, right? We borrow something. Sometimes we may even borrow something we don't want. If that's the feeling that you have, you're like, I'm a bit uneasy about this situation or where I've been, that place didn't make me feel good. Do a bit of cleansing, spiritual hygiene is important. For you here, it seems like this trip opens your mind and opens your eyes to things you haven't seen before. And it's for you to be uncovered. I could dive into this and say exactly what it is, but this is not my business. Cards are like, okay, you gotta see it for yourself. Anything to be prepared for here? Anything you need to do to prepare? Something intellectually, information. Do you know everything, the ins and outs? Are you prepared? Have you planned enough? This is not emotional preparation as much as it is mental. Anything to prepare. You know what? This trip feels to me, to some extent, educational. So take notes, mental notes or physical notes. Overall, how will you like this trip? Overall, how will you like this trip? You'll love it. And overall, vibe is nice. You will like that. It may even kind of give you a kick in the ass a little bit here to seek for more, to improve yourself in some way, improve your life in some way. And again, it's not gonna be like a thunder in the middle of a day. It's gonna feel a little bit subtle. It's gonna feel subtle. I hope this was helpful. I've sent you an email, by the way, Martina, letting you know about this live. Card on the floor. Yeah, I've been away with my readings. Let's talk about it. I was planning to do more content for you guys, But then I had this project that consumed me, like the whole week it consumed me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do YouTube readings later. Then I was sick. Now I have to catch up on everything. So yeah, hopefully soon. As usual, drop your ideas because I do need them. At times I feel like, because I'm doing this for so long now, imagine how many readings I've done on YouTube. I don't even know. And of course, on Patreon as well, twice a week. So I feel like at times I've talked about everything already. And at times I'm like, I want something unique. I feel like I want something different, but it may be difficult on my own to come up with ideas. I usually go by what I feel that day. But I would like to see topics that are not very visible on YouTube, or maybe topics that haven't been done before. If, for example, you're struggling with something that day and you might a reading on that, just, I don't know, open any video on my YouTube and just comment there. I do see those. I may not be able to respond to everyone, I'm really actually bad at that, even with my friends and family. With messaging, I'm like, okay, a bit later. I don't feel like I have enough energy for it, so yeah. Or DM me on Instagram. So some of the projects that I've been working on, I want to create and make a really nice shop on my website. I don't want it to be spiritual shop where you buy crystals from me. No, I'm not a big crystal girl. In general, I just have this feeling in my heart when it comes to crystals. I'm not supposed to have a lot of them. Yeah, I think I bought maybe 3 crystals in my life. All of them are gifted. I accept gifted crystals. And the feeling that I have in my heart is, it's not good for me to buy or sell crystals, because I feel like they're very precious and they shouldn't be, I don't know, they shouldn't be in everyone's house. Um, I feel bad for the earth. That's what I feel. I feel like they've been dug up, these precious gems, and they made mainstream now, and I just don't have a good feeling about it. So if they're gifted, all cool. But coming back to this little shop of mine, I'm creating little bits and pieces, like putting it on my website, things that I like and I think people would like. Of course, I do tarot, so it has to tie into what I do. Would it be self-care? That's why I was working on these ritual bars using essential oils. I'm big on that. I'm big on home scents, aromatherapy. That's why have been working on the home scents. I really love those. Yesterday I failed a little bit. I'll show you. I'm not sure if I failed. Since I'm a bit sick still, I can't smell. Like, my smell is not 100%, maybe 80. And yesterday I was making home fragrance oil, mixing it up, making sure the scent is top notch. I also increased the amounts of essential and fragrance oils in this oil, because I do like more potent scents. For other people, maybe it gives them a headache, but I like to smell it once I walk into the house, the room. And I don't know if it's strong enough. Honestly, it just sits here. Basically, how you use this is, one day I'll have it on my website if I'm gonna perfect this. This is a volcanic stone, and you basically drop a couple of drops on it, and it acts as a diffuser. So over time, it slowly releases scent. Oh my god, actually, it does smell. I think yesterday my nose was a bit more blocked. I'm not sure, I'm still testing this out. It does smell nice, but I wouldn't put this in a really big space because it would get lost. For a bathroom, amazing. So I do have one in my bathroom. I'm testing it out. And yeah, that's what I make. And I really love stuff like that. I love nice smelling home. It's important. It's sensory experience, right? It's not only the aromatherapy benefits of if you use purely essential oils, it uplifts your mood. Say you had a shitty day, you walk in your bathroom, it smells great. You feel a bit better, don't you? Another thing that I got on my website that I really liked myself, this is not, of course, not made by me, hopefully one day. If it was made by me, it would cost way too much money. People wouldn't want to buy it because I would need to buy it in big bulk. I don't have that amount of money. But look how cute are these. I mean, come on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's shiny and it's textured. And I really love journals. I'm not a person who journals very often, but I really love having journals. And if they are pretty, it's even better. So this is Venus journal. I have only one each on my website, and this is the moon one. It's freaking awesome. So that's my plan, to create a little shop on my website where you go there. Let's say you want to book a reading, and you check it out, and you go, oh my God, this is cool. I haven't seen this before, or I really like this scent for my home. That makes me feel good. Let me grab it. So that's why I was away. I have been testing and creating and doing all of that. Another thing, wait, quick update. I know, story time. Wax smells. This one I got on a side. This one smells like, so basically soy wax, pure soy wax I use. And I haven't tested all of them. That's why they're not up just yet. I tested the pine tree and eucalyptus one when I was sick. Nice, loved it. This one smells more like imagine cotton scent, fresh linen mixed with a dash of vanilla. I know it's very hard to explain scents over the screen, but that's what it is. It would give you this kind of joyful scent for your home. I know not many people have these wax burners. They used to have them. I don't know how about you, where you live, but a lot of people used to have them in their homes way before. And now, not as much. I had to buy one myself because I didn't have it. But a really cute black one, so I'm testing it out. And if you do like candles, and if you like a nice smelling home, this may be your way to go. See, the sprays are more of a convenience, where you just spray and you leave it. With candles, you gotta watch it, but I also love burning candles, so it's kind of two in one. Let me look at the live chat. What's going on there? Not sure if this is something you'd like to do, but I'm interested in hearing you talk about your spiritual perspectives in general. I'm down. That's what draws me to your readings. I'm guilty of collecting journals and not using them. I love them. Same. Oh my God. Or you know what? Once I start, so let's say I open a page, I have a new journal. Usually I would write my recipes here for the scents and stuff, or whatever I'm creating during that time in my life. So I start writing really nicely, slowly at the beginning. And when I have to note something really quickly, my writing goes all over the place and I don't like it anymore. I'm like, I ruined it. It's not nice to me anymore. So I'm like, okay. Weirdo. Yeah, I can't talk for sure about spiritual perspectives. I do have a lot to say. I don't think it's gonna be popular, let me tell you. Because over time, a lot of things that I was leaning towards to, I'm not leaning towards to anymore. Or I'm avoiding. Oh man, I could talk about this forever. You can drop me, guys, maybe a DM on Instagram would be better, or email me, whatever. And you can ask all the questions, and don't be afraid to ask, questions that may feel a bit controversial, or whatever the case. Ask away. I'm down. I wanted to do this for a while. Last time I was asking people, hey, ask me anything on Insta, I think. And I didn't get too many, questions, and those questions that I got were not really deep. They were kind of, everyday questions. So I didn't make a video on it, but I would love to do that. I've been a bit quiet about certain things that how I view things, how I view spirituality and certain, ins and outs, because my opinions are not gonna be very popular, as well as it's not very mainstream. I'm not love and light person. I used to be. Used to think that that was the right thing to do. No, listen. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna greet you how you greet me. That's it. I am pretty strong with boundaries, and I'm not the person who will allow someone else to, step over me. And sometimes I leave it up to karma. I'm like, okay, you're gonna be dealt with. If, let's say, someone is doing something intentionally bad, wrong, hurts other people. But sometimes, let's say, imagine if no one did anything. We have an abusive individual, for example, and no one says anything in their close circle, no one says anything in the workplace. Let's say someone who's very offensive and they don't care about others' feelings. How this person gonna learn? How? If no one is gonna be the person who stands up and says, hey, you're doing this wrong, how are they gonna learn? We can leave it all the time up to karma, but that's not how it works. A lot of times the karma is us walking karma. Let's say a messed up relationship with your bestie. My God, I had this person that I really loved, but because of my behavior, I screwed it up. I don't have them in my life anymore. Lesson learned, right? So that's that. What else? Just very quickly, what comes to my head now? I also, over time, started not answering certain questions in my tarot, and purely because I don't feel any benefit. And I noticed that a lot of people don't like to take responsibility. They want everything to be served on a plate for them, right? They want a person to answer everything in detail for them. That's not how it works as well. Tarot is for guidance. I can give you guidance. And base the reading and ask the cards what would be the best thing for you to hear right now that would sway you towards direction where you want to go. What's most beneficial advice for you right at the time. And a lot of times people have noticed they just want to hear what they want to hear. Another thing, they are so used to, I feel like, this kind of short-term satisfaction, especially these days, like a dopamine boost, that they want readings to be something that is entertaining or exciting. And when you do collective readings on YouTube, that is good for the financial perspective, like, right? People want to watch your readings. You make them feel good, what you say. They just turn on a video, play it, and they hear what they want to hear, or you soothe them and say everything is fine, this is someone else's fault, blah, blah, blah. But that's not reality. And a lot of times maybe my readings seem for people a little bit more depressing, but I'm not here to entertain. I am here to tell you what I see. And sometimes stories are really boring and mundane. I had comments a couple of times where someone said, so the unexpected is only this? When I was doing an unexpected topic, it's only that? I was expecting something more. You were expecting entertainment, right? I see only what I see, and sometimes it's mundane things. Life is routine. Life is mundane for most of the part. Unless you live a gypsy life, then it's always entertaining because you get to know new people all the time, see new places. Is exciting, right? It's always changing. It's exciting. But for some other people, this is a nightmare. So we're all very different, but yeah, readings are not here to entertain you. Readings are here to kind of highlight something that you already thought of, or highlight something that you haven't seen. Kind of make you pay attention to certain things that maybe you were also avoiding. And none of us are perfect. I also don't like this comparison when people go, oh, the person that you're dealing with is very low vibrational comparing to you. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? The person may be going through the dark night of the soul, right? It's a season for them. Or maybe they are just like that. It's not about comparison. Maybe you're not compatible, right? Maybe it's going to be a difficult relationship. what. So someone who's a bit more spiritual is better, right, than someone else who's not spiritual, who's just focusing on their everyday life, going to work, doing their things, you know. For other people, it may be small-minded or mundane, but that's what they do, and that works for them. So a little bit of a blah blah bluing. I call it blah blah bluing. Alrighty, guys. So again, I'm gonna go now. But again, as I said before, please drop me. But like, not one question. Drop me those deep questions, like maybe uncomfortable questions. Yeah, I like those uncomfortable questions. If something's gonna be way too personal, it's fine. I'm just gonna scratch that. But don't be afraid to ask those. And DM me or email me. I'll be looking forward to them. I don't know when I'll be able to do that Q&A. I have to catch up on a lot of stuff on Patreon and YouTube and my clients. You can probably still hear it in my voice. I'm a bit blocked still. But yeah, I'll come back and I'll do it as soon as I can. And have a wonderful day. It was nice to catch up. Bye for now.